Would you believe it? It is finally upon us. The big day, the 21st. We've been waiting for this for a long time. The markets are closed. AMC finished at 1797. The intention of this video is to talk about that, talk about where we are on options subsequently, and that sort of stuff. Of course, the main intention of this video is going to be looking at those options, so make sure to give it a like and subscribe. But do remember as well, we publish all different sorts of content mainly related to AMC, so do subscribe if it is something that you enjoy anyway. But as usual, the same does apply. This is only opinion, it is not financial advice. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions before making any moves. But we're going to jump straight in, and I want to look at the price action with AMC first. Now, as always, this isn't going to be some in-depth technical analysis because, as I have said before, I don't think it matters too much. But what we're seeing now over the past 6 months, really, we're seeing this decline with AMC, as you will know, and that really is continuing into this week. So on the 5-day, you're seeing that drop now. We're seeing our absolute lows in the $16 range that was earlier today. And of course, we are coming up from that, hitting as high as the mid-18 range, but really, they did drop it even further, and now it's coming down to that 1797. Now, 1797 is actually a very key number for many reasons, and the first of which is what the figure really is. It's actually been a fairly flat day for AMC, a decline of 10 cents. But that 10-cent move has been really significant for one reason. It's going to become very clear when I come out to bar chart with you guys, so we're going to be having a look at the options, which are of course expiring today. So I want to highlight 18 because, we're only a couple of cents away from that right now. And look at what we're seeing for volume. So these are, of course, the calls. So look at what we're seeing for call volume at 18, right? We're seeing 46k. Now compare that to 17, we're seeing only 14k. It's significantly more than double what we're seeing at the current level. So now you see where that drop of 10 cents made all the difference. Just catching out those options at that $18 range, so they were no longer in the money. And really, when we see the actual prices, yes, we're going up to 27 here. There were bigger numbers, higher figures as well, but these are the ones near enough to the money. When we look at these levels, you're seeing 17 stand out to me, you're seeing 18 stand out a little bit, you're seeing 19 stand out too, also 20. So from about really 17 to be honest, but really 18 up to 20 key levels, because you're seeing all of these figures which would have been in the money. Of course, we did get the ones at 17, which is perfect, but really, we were very, very close to getting these at 18, which would have been, like you said, more than double. So it is really coincidental, once again, isn't it, that when we have a big day for options, when we have big options figures at a specific price, we just catch those options out by 3 cents. It just seems a little bit strange, if you ask me. Anyway, what we're seeing over here for 19, that was also fairly good, and over at 20, that was pretty good as well. And from there, we're seeing these options figures start to dry up a little bit. You still do have some big figures like up here about 8k at 21, but the biggest figures that we're seeing and the most believable figures were down here from 17 to 21, but really, again, come down to 16 and we're seeing very, very low volume of about 4k, so significantly lower than what we're seeing at 17. So you see how volume has been increasing between 17, 18, 19. Specifically at 18, it takes a massive jump from 17, and even at 17, it takes a massive jump from 16. So it's very, very strange, if you ask me, that only one of these big numbers got in the money, but at least we are seeing that. Again, when we point to that potential of manipulation, some would cry the fact that, why did we have so many options which would have been in the money at that price range that we're only 3 cents away, but we managed to miss that price? Anyway, let's have a look at the puts data for this. Now, fortunately, the put data isn't looking too fantastic either, and it was actually fairly close to being. Come back to that price of 17.97, and you'll see why, even though we are not catching those big options for calls, you're going to see why 17 was a key level, and it's actually kind of crucial that we did manage to remain above it. So coming out here, this is a volume channel again. We're seeing $17 having about 40k volume, and of course down there at 16, we're seeing that having about 13. So these two figures were big, and you'll see that the options volume for these other prices, so 19, 20, 21, all of that didn't really get much volume, so that's okay anyway. But yeah, key volume level as well at 18. And, coincidentally, those options closed in the money. So we had big options for puts closing, but fortunately didn't get down to 17, didn't finish below 17, because that would have been even better for the puts, which is, of course, the bearish side of things, generally speaking. So you're seeing what we're seeing now with the options. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I do want to have a run through it. So where do we go from here, right? Well, it would have been ideal if we could have got up to those higher prices, like you said. Ideally coming up to $20 for the end of week, maybe even 21 would have been perfect, because we'd have got a significant amount more calls in the money, which is perfect for our bullish case, as you will know. But unfortunately, that was not what happened this Friday. So what does it mean? What does it matter? Well, here's my opinion on it, right? As I've been saying for a while, the 21st, it was a big day, it is a significant day, and we do hope that it will going to have some influence. But really, we shouldn't have, and I think that most people didn't count on it for being anything massive. When you've been here for about a year, as I and a lot of you guys have been as well, you'll know how the score works, right? We're not here for these specific days. We all love to see them. We'd love to see it come true today, tomorrow, whenever. But obviously, we can't count on a certain day, as they can go on to break our dreams and crush our hopes, which then goes on to allow them to potentially short it more and try and scare people out of the play. And I'm going to speak more about this on Sunday, going forwards into the new week. But here's one thing that I want to prepare you guys for, possibly. I think it's definitely possible that we could be seeing more of a drop into next week. And the reason for that, in my opinion, would be because if we have that drop into next week, what the Bears are going to be able to do then, they're going to be able to come out and say, okay, well, that didn't go as you planned, and subsequently, you know, the play is dead. When in actuality, as I've been saying, the 21st was a key date, but we shouldn't have put too much emphasis on it, and I hope that we didn't, because this always will be an eventuality with every potential catalyst that we have. So in the future, guys, as always, be very cautious, be very careful, and make sure that you scrutinise everything and come to a sensible, realistic, and safe conclusion. And do your own research, because this is not financial advice, but I hope you did enjoy my opinions on this one. Again, I think it has been a big day still. We got some of those key options in at 17, but to get higher ones in at 18, 19 would have been ideal. Again, we're talking about the effect more of this into tomorrow and the next few days, but this has been an update for the actual figures that we saw, so I hope you did enjoy it. As always, guys, like I said, I will be back tomorrow, but this is the last video of today, so I'll see you soon tomorrow. Goodbye. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.